All right, I'm on hole number 2 of the Origin Links 9-hole cup. I'm in Friday's qualifying round in the rookie division, and we are on Glen Monarch hole number 4. I did not hit the shot perfect on hole number 1, and that is a hole-in-one waiting to happen. Got to hit this shot. You got to come out of these first 3 picking up at least something. And we got a serious shot here. Now, yesterday, the wind was blowing in this direction right here. The last tournament was blowing in this direction. So if you want, so here's the deal with tailwind. If here's the hole, here's the flagpole, and you're trying to get up into it. And let's say you had 2.8 wind and you had a 100% accurate club. So that's 2.8 rings. And you've got a pure tailwind and you only do a 2.6. It's not going to hurt you. It's not going to kill this shot. You still got a great shot if you hit it perfect of just going into the cup because you got pure tailwind. If you did a 2 point, or let's say you did a 3.1 and you overpulled it, you may end up short, but you're still going to stay on that track. The wind is not as big a factor. You have a little bit of wiggle room on your wind adjustment. If you have this kind of side wind and you make a bad wind adjustment, you're off on either side of the cup. It's just the way it happens. So the way that the wind's blowing in this tournament, blowing here, the layup shot is better right here because you're going to be going in with a pure tailwind. In the last tournament, the wind was blowing like this, so we wanted to get out here a little bit further. As far as like distance from the cup, if you draw the arc, you're in the same club range in either spot, but it's just we're using the wind to help us. So, we're making it so that the wind isn't hurting us as bad as it is when we're doing side wind. So I'm going to do the layup shot right here. And what I need to do is figure out how much I wasn't paying attention yesterday when I did the practice run. I just wanted to go out and see kind of what way the winds were blowing. And some of the holes I remember and some of them I don't. But on this one I do, because on this one it's real critical that we end up in the right spot. So I'm going to take my accurate bag and I'm going to take a 3 power ball so that it puts me more into my range for my club, and I'm going to use a Titan. The more you can cut the wind down, the better, but I'm not afraid of adjusting out the wind, especially if I can try and get it so that I have a pure tailwind. We will see. This is all about hitting perfect into the cup. I'm not going to do any elevation adjustment. I'm using a 100% accurate club, and I should be pretty close to minimum club. So I'm playing my Hornet at 2 per ring at minimum club. And Glenn goes first. Let's check our opponent out. 6,991 games, played in 3 tournaments. And not recent. See if they can get up there with their extra mile. If you're trying to get way over to the other side and the wind's blowing on that side, but you can see which way the wind's blowing here. So we want to do a layup. We want to try and get that as close to pure tailwind as we can. And they got back on the fairway, which was the goal. So the wind's blowing through. I can get right into that area right there. That's where I want to get. Be about 3 rings off. The maximum side spin on. Just a little teeny bit. I don't think I need a whole lot of top spin. Just a couple. Okay, it's 4-3. It's 4.3 rings. I put just like rub up against the nubs and curl. Maybe just a titch more. Hit it 1 ring great to the right, which put on more curl. Now I'm in risk of actually overshooting this and bleeding into that rough. Perfect. I'd like to be just a little bit closer because that'll put me more into my minimum club, but being in the fairway is a bigger goal than picking up that extra 3 yards. A little teeny bit more, and you can see where I'm at. I'm going to have pretty close to pure tailwind. Pretty close. And I'm going to be pretty close to minimum club. I'd rather where I can start off on the green and stay on the green as opposed to starting off on the fringe and then rolling onto the green. But we'll see where I'm at in my club. I want to try and force as close to minimum club as I can. Perfect. And did not make it. Those are the ones that are killer. Like heartbreakers, when you hit a shot great to the left, to the right, and it swirls the cup, or you got really close to it, those are not, to me, heartbreakers. Heartbreakers are when you hit one perfect into the cup and it doesn't go in. That's a heartbreaker. Yeah, there's min. There's max. So there's about mid. So we're in the minimum club. I'm try and get right up on it and use just a sliver backspin. Start off on the fringe and use a sliver more. It's minimum club 3.1. That's about a ring and a half. Try and hit it perfect. Ah, freaking greats are killing me. That's 2 shots right there, potentially in the hole on a perfect. Killing me. I really want to go in with a -14 tiebreaker. And one of the par 5s in this tournament is it's tough enough just to get the eagle. So that's 2 of the lowest hanging pieces of fruit. I was talking to Hammer and Hank this morning, and we were talking about these first 2 holes, and I'm like, man, this fruit's hanging so low, it's almost touching the ground. All you got to do is hit perfect into the cup, and bam, you are golden. These 9-hole cups, the thing is tiebreakers, like tiebreakers in regular tournaments, are super important if you're trying to get to the top. But in these tournaments, it's super vital that you come in with a great score, because you don't want to get caught up in the tiebreaker battle because the rounds are so short. If you don't come in with a really good tiebreaker, then you have to pop off a killer round in the final round in order to separate yourself from everybody, because you don't want to get caught up, because you can shoot a 13 and end up way down the charts just from tiebreakers. So I got my work cut out for me. All right, that was hole number 2 of the Origin Links 9-hole cup. Friday's qualifying round. Thanks for watching.